Uh-huh. What about all those people sinking and getting wet?
Thank goodness for the shopping centers. They can sell raincoats, boots. Never put enough mustard on these things. Go over the big ones with me one more time, okay?
Shoot.
Okay. Billy's the weatherman, Mike's the sportscaster,
Right.
Mark and Eddie.
Hi, I just came from the beauty salon. What do you think? Oh, bless you, Bob. The cost of wolf whistles is escalating quickly. I hope some of your friends that are coming to the party tonight are single.
There might be one or two.
I've forgotten what Mark and Eddie do.
Allie, you don't have to memorize who's who before they get here.
Well, I at least want to get your boss right. He's,
Brian Keys. But don't knock yourself out. He might not be my boss that much longer.
Oh, honey. What do you mean?
Well, my contract is up next week, and I haven't heard a word from him.
Well, you said it was next week. Relax.
Bob thinks if Keys was going to renew his contract, he would have said something by now.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Thanks a lot.
Why don't you just ask him?
Well, because it's not very professional. Anyway, he's not the kind of guy you kibitz with. He's very private, very corporate. I mean, he's been in charge of the station for 3 weeks, and all that I know about him is he wears a lot of gray.
Maybe he'll pick up your option at the party tonight if I don't do anything embarrassing.
Oh, what could you possibly do?
She could call everybody by the wrong name, serve all the wrong food, get sloppy drunk, and pass out in the punch bowl.
I didn't make punch. Should I make punch? Why didn't I make punch? Punch? Punch?
Oh, thanks. It's, Allie, right?
Right, and you're Eric.
Eddie. This is Mark.
Mark, right, you're a radio announcer.
Sports writer.
Sports writer, I knew that.
We were just talking about the Gretzky move. What do you think?
Well, you can't trust those Russians. Excuse me, I've got to...
Hi, I'm Kate McCardle, Allie Barsky's friend. Come
No,
on
of
in.
course.
Of course?
Well, since I'm new at the station, I had my assistant do a little research. I'm Brian Keys.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes, your suit is a lovely shade of gray. You're Bob's boss.
Ah, very good. Oh, my wife has sends her regrets. She was feeling a little ill this evening.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, here, let me take your coat.
Oh.
Make yourself at home.
Thank you.
It's a disaster, isn't it?
The party, everybody loves it. See the guy in the gray suit? Brian Keys.
Bob's boss.
Very good.
Who's Gretzky?
A hockey player.
Russian?
Canadian.
They think I'm an idiot.
The Canadians?
No, Bob's friends. Stay near me tonight, Kate.
Okay, just let me hang this coat, okay?
Well, why not? Kareem will make $2 million whether he plays or not. But see, that's not the point. Hey, oh, what do you got?
Hors d'oeuvres?
Thanks.
Kate made them.
Oh.
Bob, Mattingly just left, and he shook my hand goodbye. I've got to call the world.
Don's a great guy.
His name's Chip.
No, I mean Don Mattingly.
Oh, of course. Donnie Don.
So how is it that you know so much about what's going on down at the station?
Oh, Bob sends us the tapes of the 11 o'clock news. I like the sports the best. That Bob is something else.
Yeah, he is very good.
You really like him?
No, you bet.
Why haven't you renewed his contract?
Well, you are direct, aren't you?
It's a curse.
Nah, it's a blessing. Say, how are you at keeping secrets?
I knew about D-Day months before it happened.
You weren't born within a decade of D-Day.
I'm beginning to like you, Mr. Keys. Tell me the secret.
Well, we're planning to surprise Bob at this Wednesday staff meeting and announce his pickup then.
That's great. Thanks.
You're welcome, but not a word, huh?
Hey, if Eisenhower trusted me, you can trust me.
Eisenhower trusted you.
Hey, never fear, Joe Gross is here. Let the games begin.
Phyllis! I was worried that you weren't going to make it.
Oh, sorry we're late. This is my date, Joe Gross.
Oh, Bob Barsky. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, likewise.
Excuse me, I have to pass around the hors d'oeuvres.
Hey, you did all right for yourself, Bobby boy. What is she, 22, 23, huh?
She's 18.
Oh, all right. Go for it. Well, you'll probably be dead when you're 50, but what the hell, you know? Get it while you can, right?
She's my stepdaughter.
Ooh, I can't wait to meet her old lady. Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
Tell me this isn't happening.
Tell me what it is, and I'll tell you it isn't happening.
Remember when we first moved in together and you went to Aruba and Nancy Cohen set me up on a blind date of death?
Vaguely. I remember you telling me something about going out with some guy who was really gross.
Exactly. Joe Gross. And he's on his way over. I'm gonna make a run for it.
Allie,
Kate McCardle. Phyllis Croft. Phyllis was my secretary before I went to Washington. And this is her date, Joe Gross.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Hi, doll.
Hi. Very nice to meet you.
You too.
Where did Allie go?
She had to do something in the kitchen.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky you. I can never get any of mine in the kitchen. Hey, what's the matter, Philly? You look like something the cat wouldn't drag in.
Actually, I've got a little headache.
I got the perfect cure.
Could I get you some aspirin?
Could a person take more than 6 in an evening?
I'll check the label.
Hey, Allie. Allie, come over here. I want you to meet someone. This is Phyllis Croft. And, this is her friend, Joe Gross.
Hi.
Hey, don't I know you?
No, I think you must be thinking of someone else.
Well, I'm not very good with faces, but I never forget a figure. Did you ever do a turn at the Kit Kat Club?
Oh.
Is this some secret life I don't know about?
Mike.
Phyllis, hi. Good to see you. You know Mike?
Sure, I temp for him all the time.
Hey, have you heard any rumors about the station? You know, who's in, who's out?
No, Bob.
Hey, come on, let's hit the bar.
Nice meeting you, Allie.
Allie? No. Well, don't you worry, darling. It'll come back to me. What do we got?
Joe Gross? Have you ever met anyone so more aptly named?
Can you believe that guy? I mean, I know Phyllis is anxious to hook up with someone, but that's pitiful. I mean, what could a woman think of herself to date a guy like that?
Beats me.
Maybe it was a blind date.
Whoops. Well, now everybody can take a piece home.
I'll clean it up. Oh, my boss. How long has he been here?
3 minutes. He's very happy. Got himself a glass of cognac.
Great. I'll get him a case.
Bob.
Huh?
I would relax. I don't think you've got anything to worry about.
Yeah?
Allie, I never did ask you before, but what were you thinking of yourself to go out with Joe Gross?
With me, it was a blind date.
Yeah, the first time, but I seem to recall you telling me that you went out with him twice.
Okay. I was new at dating. My husband of 16 years just left me for another woman, and I was afraid no other man would look at me again.
You've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, right.
You know that, and I know that, but don't tell Bob, promise?
Okay, but he wouldn't care.
Maybe he would, and maybe he wouldn't. I just don't want him to think he married a desperate woman with no self-esteem.
Allie, your self-esteem must be lower than my neckline. Otherwise, you wouldn't even worry about this.
Right?
I know Joe is going to remember me. Do you think Bob would notice if I spent the rest of the evening in the closet?
Keys hasn't said a thing about my contract. I even hinted around about it. He completely ignored me.
What?
He completely ignored... Never mind. Is something wrong?
No, it's just the first party I've thrown for your friends, and I'm anxious that it go well.
Huh, everything's perfect.
Oh, those hips. I remember those hips. It's all coming back to me.
Excuse me.
I'd watch out if I were you, Bobby boy. I think she's crazy about me. Oh, there's my little filly grazing on the couch. Time to saddle up. Well, hello, darling. You miss me? I'm back. Hi there. Hello.
So, Bob, are you having fun?
Yeah, but something's bothering Allie.
Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
She hates my friends, doesn't she?
Of course not. Well, how could she? They're terrific.
Well, then what is it, for crying out loud?
Trust me, it's nothing important. Besides, if I told you, she'd kill me.
Come on, Kate. I hate to see her like this.
All right, but I'm only telling you because it's for her own good.
I know.
Allie went out with Joe Gross.
Joe Gross? That Joe Gross, Mr. Piggy?
It was a long time ago, and she's afraid if you find out, you're going to think less of her. Now go tell her that you don't care, and she can relax.
Well, of course I don't care. Hey, Kate, you did the right thing by telling me.
Thanks.
Hey, Allie! Allie, come down!
Gee, Bob, you know, it's awfully late. Shouldn't people be going home?
I know what's bothering you.
You do?
Yeah? So you had an affair with Joe Gross and... So what?
He told you we had an affair. It was 2 dates 4 years ago.
2? Kate didn't tell me 2.
Kate?
Oh, look, I made her tell me. I want you to know I don't think any less of you.
All right, all ladies not wearing brassieres over here on the couch. Where you going? The party's getting interesting.
How could you not think less of me?
Look, I'm sure at the time you had your reasons. And I really can't wait to hear them. Maybe I should have asked Keys about the contract.
Oh, honey, stop worrying.
No, this is almost the last of it.
Ew, somebody put a cigar out in the onion dip.
Bet you was your boyfriend.
I knew you wouldn't understand.
Oh, come on, Allie. I only joke about it, so you'll know it's no big deal.
It's not what you said about Phyllis. I believe the word you used was pitiful.
She's dating him now. You dated him a long time ago, and I happen to know that your taste has definitely improved.
Jenny's in a cab on her way uptown, and I'm on my way to bed to pass out unless you guys need me for something.
I think you've done enough for one evening.
Why are you using that tone of voice?
What tone of voice?
That I'd really like to push your face into the dip tone of voice.
She's angry because you told me about the gross secret in her life.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Allie, I only told Bob so that you could relax and have some fun at the party.
But you knew I didn't want him to know.
Allie, I made her tell me.
You made her. What'd you use, a whip? Thumb screws?
He asked me why you were so upset.
He asked you! Well, no wonder you crumbled. Thank God you never fell into the hands of the Gestapo. I thought you could keep a secret, Kate.
I can keep most secrets, but there are exceptions.
A secret is a secret.
Allie, if it's not going to do any harm and it's actually going to do someone good, then what's the big deal?
Right. So, was it his mind or his body?
Not helping the matter. I never would have told him, Allie, if I knew he was going to be so silly about it.
All right, no more jokes. I'm sorry. I promise.
And I promise to keep my loose lips zipped.
Cross your hearts and hope to die.
Oh, come on. I don't want to have to do that.
Bob?
Cross our hearts and hope to die.
Are we forgiven?
As soon as you finish the dishes.
Oh, do we have to do them tonight?
I'll do them.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't sleep. I got too much on my mind about this contract deal. I feel like such a flop.
Oh, Bob, you're not.
Bob, I really wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure everything's going to be all right.
You haven't heard anything, have you?
Believe me, if she's heard something, the whole world would know.
Okay, I got my stuff. Tell Mom and Kate I said hi.
Okay, see ya.
Hi, guys. What are you still doing here?
Oh, I left a book in Chip's room. Hey, what's in the box?
It's a crystal goblet to replace the one that Joe Gross broke last night.
You mean the one with the stupid laugh?
And the even stupider jokes?
Yeah. You guys know where the scissors are? I want to wrap this.
I think they're in my room.
Why do you want to wrap the glass?
It's a present for your mom. I kind of blew it last night. I want to make it up to her.
What'd you do?
Well, I told Bob that your mom went out with Joe Gross once, and he teased her all night, and she got upset.
Mom dated Cary Grant?
Oh, guys, listen.
No way, Kate. You must be thinking of somebody else's mom.
No,
Hi, guys. Sorry. Dinner's going to be a little late tonight. 2 carts collided at the produce section, and I was held up by rubberneckers.
Mom, did you really go out with Joe Gross?
What?
Kate just told us about your fling with Mr. Mouth.
You didn't kiss him or anything, did you?
Oh, give her a break. I mean, she had just gotten divorced. She was very lonely.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't realize how bad things were for you back then.
I didn't think you were that desperate.
Guys, can I have a moment alone with Kate, please?
Sure. I gotta get going anyway.
Boy, I'm really glad Bob came along. I don't think I could handle being Chip Gross.
You do one silly little thing, they never let you forget it.
Kate, why did you tell them about Joe? You crossed your heart and hoped to die, remember?
Yes, but...
But nothing. You should be on your last legs by now.
Wait a minute. I promised not to tell any more secrets. I thought that one was already out of the bag.
3 people knew. You, me, and Bob. It was hardly public domain.
I'm sorry, Allie. I just didn't know it was still a secret. Here.
What is it?
Well, it's something I got you to make up for last night. Now, today, I was going to wrap it, but I thought I better give it to you right away.
Oh, how nice.
It's to make up for the one that Joe Gross broke.
That's very sweet of you, thank you.
I really do feel bad.
Well, you can stop feeling bad.
Really?
Really. From now on, if I have a secret and I don't want it to get around, I just won't tell you.
Well, that's not very nice.
I'm sorry, Kate, but you're just not the kind of person that can keep a secret.
That is not true. I happen to be keeping a secret right now that I'm dying to tell you, but I can't.
Forget it, Kate. It won't work.
What won't work?
You're pretending to have a secret so that I will beg you to tell me, but of course you won't because you want to prove to me that you can keep a secret.
There really is a secret.
Yeah. Right.
It's about Bob.
What about Bob?
My lips are sealed.
Fine.
It's about Bob's boss, Brian.
What about him?
Read my sealed lips.
Kate, if there is a secret, you better tell me. And if you're lying, then you're going to have to go out and get a much better present than that crummy wine glass.
If I tell you a secret just to prove there is a secret, will you still believe that I can keep a secret and that I'm not a blabbermouth?
Yes, now start blabbing.
Okay, but you can't tell anyone.
Right. What is it?
Bob's boss is going to a broadcasting convention this weekend, and he invited me to go along with him.
What? Shh.
He really came on to me at the party.
I can't believe that.
I have been working out, you know.
I can believe he came on to you. Everyone comes on to you, but I can't believe you fell for it.
He sounded very serious, he sounded very sincere, and he asked me not to tell anyone.
Why not?
Because he felt that Bob would be very uncomfortable. You know, him going around with your best friend.
Wait a minute. He knows how close we are, so he wouldn't ask you to go away with him if he wasn't going to pick up Bob's option.
Maybe. But remember, don't tell Bob.
Don't worry. I can keep a secret. Hi. What are you looking at?
The city. It's bare, just like my soul. I'm so depressed.
Oh, don't be. Now, we don't know anything for sure, but I got a feeling everything's gonna work out all right.
Keys didn't give me a hint last night.
I don't know. I think there is more to Mr. Keys than meets the eye. Don't worry.
Allie, I'm a week away from unemployment. Moving back here and having to worry about rent for the first time in 20 years.
I can't stand seeing you this way. I happen to know that Keys is picking up your option next week.
How do you know?
Well, he asked Kate to go away with him for the weekend, and he wouldn't have done that if he wasn't going to pick up your option, knowing how close we are.
Keys and Kate? What about his wife?
Keys is married?
Yeah, to a nice lady, I hear. What a bum.
Kate! I can't believe that, Bob.
What? What happened?
You can't go away with Keys. Bob just told me he's married.
Oh, really? How did Bob happen to bring that up?
Well, she told me that he asked you out for the weekend, and I told her about the wife.
Allie!
I'm sorry, Kate, but he was so depressed. I had to tell him, and I had to tell you, but you set me up.
He never asked me. I made the whole thing up.
Oh, Kate.
What is going on?
She had to prove that I couldn't keep a secret either.
Which you couldn't if keeping it meant hurting someone you loved.
I hate it when you do that.
That's why I told Bob about Joe Gross.
She's right, you know.
Okay. I'm sorry, Bob. I thought for a minute there that I knew whether Keys was picking up your option or not.
He is.
He is? How do you know?
He told me. But he asked me to keep it a secret because he wants to surprise you. The only reason I'm telling you is because I happen to care more about you two than I care about him.
You're making this up.
Okay, I'm making it up.
You're not making it up, are you?
No.
Kate, is this the truth?
Yes!
I believe you.
Well, if you want to.
You are making this up.
Whatever you want to believe is fine.
It's not what I want to believe.
Well, then don't believe it.
Believe what? I forgot what side I'm on.
It all started when you told me not to tell Bob that you'd gone out with Joe Gross 4 times.
3.
3?